So this movie it's terrifying, it's moving, it's an important message at the same time. But I mean, what about it really drew you to the project?
The script. I remember just reading the script. I've said this to many interviewers, but so it feels redundant to me. But it felt like a Mexican Get Out, and I immediately wanted to work on this project because I thought, one, diverse stories is not very common practice. We're getting there. We're working on it, which is, super hopeful. But yeah, having a Latina who was a lead and like really following the narrative of this character was extremely attractive to me. And then Diana herself, I mean, she's a Mexican American who is having to experience what motherhood is like for the first time, having to really like confront her identity, which in LA at that time was just very solidified, and now she feels like she has to really come to terms with like how Mexican or how American she really wants to identify as. And I think like for me, being a second generation Latina who is also from a border town, I've had these conversations with my friends and my family where, I mean, it's just, we're on a spectrum, the way that we see ourselves and how we choose to like assimilate versus how we choose to like preserve our culture. That to me, I think was like the coolest discussion, and it felt very like nuanced as far as Latino media comes.
So since you had some of those own personal connections in turn, like you said, with your childhood and all that, was there anything that you felt you needed extra like research or conversation gathering for your role and for diving into this story?
Yeah, I'm not a mom. So I had to do a ton of research on just motherhood. And what's interesting is when I looked it up, I mean, I think there were articles that kind of like discussed a lot of the problems that women deal with, both pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, post-pregnancy. But it was interesting that a lot of the videos I tried to like look up as far as just people being super authentic with like the journey of pregnancy, it felt very glamorized. It felt just kind of moms wanted to really show that like I'm okay, I love this, it's the most incredible thing. And when I talk to my friends, or when I talk to family members about this, people who had just had a baby, people who were pregnant, they were like, I fucking hate this, like everything is difficult. I mean, to the point where, some of the stuff my friends would share with me, they hadn't even shared with their partners because it's almost like that space doesn't exist for women who have who have children, women who are going through pregnancy. It's like we can't complain about how much we hate at times the baby, the pregnancy, the position that they're in, and they don't want to feel like bad moms. And so yeah, it took I think a lot of research for me to kind of get to the truth of what it's like to have a child, and then realizing that a lot of your choices are driven by being a mom and wanting to be a really good mom.
So for my final question, since you do bring up partners, what was it like building the rapport with Tenoch before the camera started rolling?
He was amazing. Um, Tenoch is, I mean, such a giving actor, but like as a person, he is so fucking cool. It was super easy. I mean, I felt like we really just kind of we meshed really well. I enjoyed any time that we were on set together, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, I'm glad that you had such a great experience working with him. I think people are going to have an amazing experience watching this film, and I look forward to spreading the word when it comes out. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat. I greatly appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Bye, Grant.